Hello everyone, welcome into Zelda Speedruns 2. Tonight we've got a Zelda 2 randomizer tournament race between, this is Swiss round 2, between Alsoa and Sigil. Tracking tonight we have Royale with Cheese, and on commentary we have Mirai. I'm going to hand it over to him. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Yes, welcome in everyone. We've got Z2R jokes abound here. These two runners are longtime Z2R runners, as we can see right here on the file select screen. Z2R jokes are here. I'll make one. Great Z2R matchup in Z2R. That's all I can say, though. I don't have, who is it, the Potato Pony? Or is it, I think it's Potato Pony makes these stats for Z2R, so I should break those out if I had access to them, but I don't. I can talk about last week's results, though. Sigil taking a loss to Patrick in what was a quad race, quite a wild one there. And Alsoa took a loss to Vix, and I don't remember what the details of that one were. I think we did a VOD restream of that one. Don't recall exactly. All of the matches and their history are available, though. So if anyone wants to check out the previous week's races and the previous races from this week alone, you can do so. We're trying to do as best as we can, getting all these races restreamed, either in ZSR or bootleg style. Also, happy Halloween, everyone. May your candy buckets be full and your sugar intake be low, though. Let's go with that. Countdown has begun. I'm out of jokes. Let's get serious. 10 seconds. These runners will be off. Yeah, so the 0-1 matchup. Nothing too crazy happening here in Swiss. Just 5 weeks of seeding. And then we go into brackets, and that'll be that. So, just for seeding purposes, here we go, folks. Looking kind of islands-like here. Yep, definitely islands. Ooh, I thought we were gonna hit a Bagoo encounter here. I thought that would have been a good find for Alsoa, but it's not a Bagoo encounter. It is just a crowded encounter with potential for some experience here. The orange Dyra might pay out. If he goes too far left, though, he's going to attract the enemies over there. They could be bad. They could be bad. They're not. Okay. He still gets smacked anyway. Alsoa is sporting the Stealtho Sprite. I think that's a first for him. I think we usually see him do a Link. Oh, because it's Halloween. Duh. Alsoa gets it, and now I got it. We got a no bridge encounter going north. Okay, nice and clean and clear. Hint on King's Tomb, possibly. We'll get there in a second after this swamp tile on Sigil's side. We're going. Oh, talking about Dyras, we got a little swamp encounter here for Sigil. He's escaping with his life. Gonna check this woman who's stranded here in the swamp. Knows nothing, as we would expect. Actually, didn't see how much the orange Dyra is worth because I was too busy looking at the crazy encounter on Sigil's side. So we're gonna up an A, get out of there. A lot of swamp on these islands. That's fun. All right, we take a road encounter, which is actually a graveyard encounter today. Better than the swamp encounter, I'll tell you that much. Although now we have to deal with all this. The thing in these random encounters, oh, here we go, Alsoa sees it. Grass tiles are going to be our boots. It's not our boots, but it's a little bit more survivability. Alsoa is like, I am just going to up an A from that. All right, we're done. We'll try again. $5 for the Korea there. Not a whole lot of experience. Again, I missed how much the orange was on Alsoa's side earlier. Jump Town in its vanilla spot today. We're going to go in for hints and the possibility, the hint for the trophy at least, but also the possibility of other NPC hints as we're going to check the houses. Horsehead with the cross here. Thanks for pausing on that screen for a second, Sigil, with our instant text that we can barely read when it flies by the screen. We're trying on Alsoa's side to get through here. I think he can do it. I mean, as long as he doesn't get double-axed. Bouncy Cat, probably one of the worst things to find with a backing up the red Dyra here. Yeah, these starts, they can be really unforgivable depending on what your combat prowess is. And then it's a game over. And then, of course, Sigil escapes all that, right? And then Alsoa still has to deal with it. And this could be quite a early game advantage for Sigil here. It's interesting, though. I think that's the small enemy encounter. There's, of course, if you're looking at the enemies that show up in the overworld, you got the large enemies and small enemies. And I do wonder if we're able to possibly avoid that encounter there. Alsoa does a good job, though. We must be high enough up in the biome on the continent to not get two spawns. So that's not a bad reset point right there. You kind of have an escape right next to each other. Is that east for hammer? I think that's east for hammer. Maybe we go north on Alsoa's side? Maybe not. You see the bridge. It's probably best to commit to just the bridge. Going south there. Death Mountain holds the medicine. I didn't see the spell in Vito, though. So we've got Horsehead Cross, we've got Medicine, Death Mountain, we've got East Hammer, Reflect. Oh, okay, so we're going to go north on Alsoa's side. We're going to see Spell, which probably not going to be castable right now. But if it were to be castable, that would help us with our Dyra encounters for sure. Oh, I see now. Oranges are only worth 30. Okay. That would be not worth it. Lifetown here. Okay. Sigil. Oh, not going in for life. Free life. With these encounters early on. Oh, boy. Is this a bridge? Is this a maze bridge? Looking... Okay, it's a bridge. Okay. It is the double screen encounter, though, I believe. Yeah. And more red Dyras. Fun. 3 hearts of damage if we get hit by the axe. It looks like 1 heart to get hit by the body. I don't think we can go any further north on Alsoa's side, and there's no Bagu encounter sighting just yet. Or I should just say Bagu's house, although here we are dealing with more Dyras. I think Sigil has life. No, he doesn't. He has life too. Okay. Good dodging from Alsoa. Very, very nimble skeleton. Good bridge usage on Alsoa's side. There's his heart. We've not seen anything else just yet, other than just some minor information, but no further pickups. No further caves, no nothing. Yeah, just the heart on the grass there. Have we seen a P-bag or anything of value to pick up here? It's been... Experience is a little rough. We're still at 112, 5.5 minutes in. Sigil going to go in on this guy. This is a little sketchy with the jump attacks. Falling crouch stabs are the best here. The jump attack, you open up your whole hitbox to his axe if you miss, or he swings a little faster than you can hit him. Either way, Sigil gets it. Alright, these encounters out here are a little bit more forgiving. Yeah, attack is pretty bad. 2 hits to kill a Bago. There's our DM. Holds the trophy for Alsoa. We're going west. Oh, we're going to check a cave first. I think these are actually pass-through caves, both of them. This would have been up by Mito. I think we saw 2 south-facing caves, and there are 2 north-facing caves to match them. Raft out here. But we don't have a raft, so we're just going to admire the dock for a moment. And Alsoa gets caught by the rock there flying across the screen. Had an extra life, though. Yeah, just take it slow before you jump, or else you end up in the water. This is not the time. Not the place to have a game over. You don't have to go back to those swamp encounters early on. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus, Alsoa. Yeah, so I don't know if what we exactly have access to up here. I don't know if this is how Alsoa, oh, okay. There was a cave over here. Oh, that was by Mito. Okay, so it's not going to wrap around. Right, I thought I saw a transition earlier. So we have a Dry Canyon East. Wow, that is a little bit more exciting, I think. Although, watch out, these encounters could be dangerous. There's a desert tile. There's a water tile. But on Boots Risen, I would do desert first. He knows it. Yes, go to desert first. It's free. It's easy. Flute, not exactly what we're looking for at the moment, but we might get... yeah, Alsoa knows, I think. This is a potential game over in this cave if you come in here too early. Again, 112. There might be a coconut or a moa right above us. If it's a moa, we might be dead. All right, we make it in dark caves here, though. What do we have? Magic container, and he takes the hit. Guessing it's going to be a lever, so he's going to be able to get out of here. Can we cast spell? I don't know if we can cast spell because if there's a moa in here, no, it's a coconut. He is going to survive. Just hit from the bat and go. There's going to be spell for Sigil as well. We didn't see Bagoo encounter yet, so I don't think we're crossing over. There's a cave down there. Is it a pass through? Is it sunken? Man, you want to go right here, but there's a Moa, and he's going to be dead in one more hit. Spell, can we cast it? He's dead. Well, the bat's killing the skeleton are on theme for Halloween, I guess. But we got to go back through those swamp encounters again. Still 1-1-2 for Alsoa, 2-1-3 for Sigil. Yeah, we've got this set up here now. Are the desert encounters also bad? Because I might just take that desert encounter early on. It doesn't really matter, it seems. Again, we're high enough up on the biome that we don't get... the encounters are very forgivable. Alright, so Sigil gonna head south as well. Alsoa's got a little bit more information than Sigil does. They both kind of went a different way, it seems, on the west, whereas, was it No, it was Sigil that saw the raft tile, and Alsoa went a different way to got him up to Mito and up in that area where the east-west connector was. Again, are there any P-bags? Have we seen anything? I'm not sure at all. Because I've been trying to watch, but I'm just not seeing it. Okay, I see how Sigil, how Alsoa got up to where he was. Okay, Sigil's about to see this as well. Although the same stuff. Oh my god. Oh man. This is one of those that you have to, the new saying is like, respect the generator. You gotta respect the generator on certain screens, and this is one of those screens. You gotta respect the generator. The birds in this screen as well are terrible. The rocks are terrible. Normally in vanilla, it's a bubble encounter. I think that's what they call it, the double bubble skip and things like that, because it just has vertical bubbles that come up from the ground, which are very easy to dodge for the most part. But there's a few other things in that encounter that are just a good bit more difficult. Alright, so Sigil heading south on the east, sees Shield is in Darunia. Gonna check the hint here. And Alsoa is gonna go in for the life spell here. I like this. I would probably do this myself if the start was too punishing and I felt that there was a lot of swamp slowing me down, a lot of Dairas and encounters. It might just be worth to take it, even if it's just one heart. It's still one extra heart of damage you'll be able to take early on. I think Sigil's going all the way in for Child Hint. West Child, okay. And then there's one more hint here. We might have just been marking a tracker and walked past that second kid. We didn't see a hint on the first person, right? I don't think so. Alright, so we haven't seen beyond where Alsoa is at here, because Sigil came in here earlier, saw the red Daira, and noped out of here. $50 for reds, 30 for oranges. That is the lowest they can roll in this flag set for experience. Wow, this cave is confusing. Nice Death Valley there. I'm pretty sure that's going to be free. That configuration's a little bit of a mutant. Keys in the drop pool. Okay. Trophy cave. First cave on the west we're seeing here. 12 and a half minutes in. I missed the spell in Naburu, but it's got to be something good at this point. Fairy Thunder? I guess it could be fire. Only a P-bag, but I say only a P-bag when it's $500 early on. That is going to be put to some use here for levels on this west starting biome that we've got, which is pretty rough. Even a red Daira there in Trophy Cave. Okay, it is Thunder. in Naburu, so it is not castable till we get another magic container. For Alsoa, it would be castable, but not for Sigil. Although Sigil is on the east, if he sees Risen, he can get that magic container. We're going out west. We're going to get a life refill. We're going to check 2 more hints in here. Barba boots. Okay. Wow, that's kind of nice to see, I will say. As a runner, with an Islands West, probably wanted the boots a little bit more accessible. But, I mean, if you've got some keys in your pocket and you really want those boots, it's possible you can go out of logic to try to make a dig into 6, although 6 is generally a pretty gigantic palace. There is a 3-odd rock. Is it useful? Could be a town, could be a cave. At this point, it is a town. Fairy town. Okay, Alsoa was very close to this, so it's 5 containers to get in. Of course, the other container is in Risen. Sigil doesn't know that yet. Alsoa bodying some damage here. No, he lifes it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 bars because we took some damage and still continue to refill. Looks like a 5-bar life today. Easy game. Wow, Sigil passing that up early. 5 bars of life. Had he known that, I think that would have been a no-brainer on the pick up there. I think we just saw P4 in the west as well, and there's 3-6. All right. All right, so we've got Fairy on Sigil's side. I didn't see the cast cost. Alsoa is just going to gamble and go inside of a palace here. This could be 6, right? This could be 6. He doesn't have the hint that Barba has. There's 5 for Sigil. He doesn't have the hint that Barba has the boots. That's a Sigil hint pickup. That did come from the east. Yeah, Sigil did not check the palace, the cave next to the desert tile, and so he is not going to get that container just yet. It was kind of a dangerous cave, though. Let's see how much this blue Zolfo is worth. $300, not bad. Could be another 500 in this bag. 2 to 500 right here. I'm guessing Fairy's not castable because he did take a magic level. Is he going to take another? He didn't check the cost of Fairy, so we're going to go attack here. 101 still. Okay, very expensive, not castable. Alsoa finds a bit of a tough room there. Again, he's out of logic in that palace. Sometimes people just want to go in and kind of look around a little bit, but without the magic key or the fairy spell, the randomizer does not expect you to be inside of palaces, so. But again, if you just luck into the item that's in there, he didn't know the boots might have been in there. We don't know whether there's 3 or 6. I don't think we saw a window, but it could have been humongous to get that, the boots out of there. Had it been 6 and the boots be free. Yes, we have 2 caves. We got Sunken and we have Magic Container Cave here. Key drop for Alsoa and a blue Lizolfo in the dark for Sigil. Child for what will be Shield and Darunia once Alsoa finds it. P-bag, is it? Oh boy. The early stab, the whiff, the panic stab is what that was, but we missed it. We're coming back in for it. This could be a game over. He bodies it, but okay, is it worth putting towards magic and just kind of just YOLOing this? Might be enough for a life level left. Oh, you could fairy out! You could have fairied out of that cave at that point. It's 45, it's castable, and let me do some quick math. He had like 140 something in terms of experience. 500 bag would have given us, I'm estimating here, right? So 645, we would have been short of the life level anyway, so yeah. But not too big of a deal. Now, even with a castable fairy, he could go across Saria, which is what he's going to try. You could also fairy out of these bad die run counters. So even if you catch him in the swamp here, you can fairy out of at least one of them. We don't have any idea what's across Saria at this point. We're going through jump on Alsoa's side. I didn't see exactly where that was. Alsoa's not gone back to the east just yet. 500 points are in the drop pool. Hello. That's a nice find. That's always a little scary, though, early on, especially now that if you take a death and you see a bag drop, you're thinking, oh man, I just missed out on 500 points. Potentially. Yeah, we have yet to find Mito. Oh, no, we did see Mito. I don't know if Sigil saw Mito. I think Sigil did not see Mito. Otherwise, I think with the castable fairy, we would beeline straight for Mito to get ourselves downstab. Medicine cave here back here, though. We do know trophy is west for jump. I don't know if we have any other hints for west. East Hammer. Last palace on the west here is going to be P1. We have 136, 14, and 3/6. We're not sure which one it is just yet. Yeah, we're just going to ferry through. I don't know if we had any other access points back here behind Saria. This may be the only thing we have back here. Alsoa has at least one key in his pocket. This is a key door, though, so unless he can magically get over this, he's going to burn a key here. Magic container. That does get him his 5th one. The 6th one we know of in the sea. The other one being in Risen that Sigil did not get yet. So he might go back and check the basement. We do know East is Hammer. And we know it's going to be in... Well, we don't know exactly. It's got Water Tile or Nukusudo at this point. Still 3 spots for that to be. He does have the spell now. And it should be coming up to the point where it's castable if it's not castable already. So we could potentially get a full clear of Nukusudo if we go back to the east. Yeah, also looking around this P1 still. Didn't check the elevator there. I don't know how many keys he does have. We did see at least 2 keys drop. He got one in Magic Container Cave, and I'm pretty sure we would have seen one earlier. So he probably has 2 if he didn't burn any in that 3/6. Now, unfortunately, this particular room, you definitely want to try to go high if you can. He is on his last life, and that, yeah, he's going to back it up to that elevator. That's kind of a tough, it's kind of a tough room with the little Goomba on the other side. We have found our way to Mito on Sigil's side, and we are going to get downstab. Three-tile high jumps, proving difficult for the skeleton who's lacking leg muscles. Ooh, we got another 500-point bag. Not bad. There's attack 4. So without having fairy, there's no need for Alsoa to have any magic levels at the moment. But there he's taking them now. Because he's probably just going to get out of here. Didn't see how castable Spell was. Just going to body a little damage there. There's a jar for refill. We can life up and, yeah, this is an elevator down, so... Could be in our item room. It is our item room. If you go left, this is our item room here. Now, the trick is, don't fall off the platforms, because if you fall off the platforms, you can't get back up without fairy or the glove. Cross. Actually, we knew that, didn't we? Yep, Horsehead has the cross. We did know that. There was Risen for Sigil opting to get out of that. I think he wants to... Oh, okay. All right, let's escape. Might want to check the middle there. Could have a 1-up that you can pick up in the middle of this encounter. I think Alsoa is out of keys. Yeah, we're going back to Nukusudo. It's under 3-eyed rock today. Rather do the full clear of Nukusudo before we get ourselves a game over, potentially, in Risen. Alright, so from here, where is Alsoa going to go? There's our hammer, okay. We've seen a boulder-blocked cave on the west, but it's really just the backside of Fairy, so we have yet to see any other boulder-blocked caves on the west. We could have a forest tile out here in the east still, but not 100% sure what it would block. Maybe Old Kusudo at that? But I think Old Kusudo is just going to be fire today. Yeah, according to our runners, according to Sigil's tracker, it is. Yeah, 58. Definitely castable for everyone here. Yeah, we don't know what else is on the east, so this is going to be a surprise. Another magic container. Okay, not a bad surprise at all. That does give Sigil 2 casts of Fairy, and when he goes into Risen, he'll see a third/7th magic container for him. Also, back to the east now. If he goes south, he's got the kid. If he goes... Oh, he's okay. Well, he got caught in the lava encounter. So this is potentially a game over here. He's on his last life. He can cast spell. We don't know what the enemies turn into. They turn into something that seems to be forgivable because he was about to get hit by a spider, cast spell, and then he was okay. So I don't know what that would have been. The Moas do not send him home. Here's old Kasuto Fire. Thunder also castable. Can we cast it right now? Not right now, but we can cast it with the current amount of magic we have when we're filled up. Can we get out of this town, though, is the real question. Although we might get a fire... Well, we might just thunder our way out of here and then do a fire check later. Okay, it's shield. It's shield. So no child required for Sigil right now. Kind of an expensive shield, but we do have access to it. There's thunder for Alsoa, for Sigil, for Alsoa. When? I don't know. I don't know. I keep flipping them around. So Sigil's in a great spot here. He's going to go into Risen. Is his last spot? Nope, still no. Oh, we're just going to ferry through. There's the P6 boots hint for Alsoa. Now, again, I think Alsoa is the only one with the raft tile information. I don't think both of them have seen the raft tile. Either that or I flipped it around and Sigil has the information and Alsoa doesn't. One of them, I think, only has the raft tile information there off of the west, but we don't know where it goes. This is going to be fairy pickup for Alsoa. He will be able to cast this. Rebo with the heart. Okay. So P6 boots, P3 heart. Also P1 cross. Hammer for Alsoa. Also going to be clearing the spell tower for his magic container as well. That'll give him 6. And then his 7th, as we know it to exist, is going to be in Medicine Cave. Back on the west. But Alsoa has a bit more information of the west here. He has seen all around and how to get to some of the other areas. Again, if 6 is on the west, we might just go back to that one and try it. I don't think we've seen the other 3-6 anywhere. Or did we see it on the east? Because it was 1, 3, 6, and 4 on the west. And then 5. And there's another palace right next to 5. And then whatever's in Death Valley that we don't know of yet. Okay. Oh, we saw 5 in GP. Okay. Alright, so we're coming back in here. We do have a glove block going left in this palace. We'll see if it comes into play. So we're back to the west as well. Probably going to go to Mito to get himself downstab. I don't remember how far Alsoa made in here looking for experience. Oh, he made it to this room. That's right. He made it to this room. There's a blue iron knuckle in the second half, which was the end of our journey. Yep, good call. Just ferry through. It's a dead end. This palace is glove blocked. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There was a right. There was still, wasn't there a right up there? Yeah, there's another direction. I'm sorry. Sorry. Too much excitement. Yeah, this is a glove block for Sigil, but He doesn't even want to go that way. He might recognize it, though. Yeah, this is an elevator room, so... There's the East Hammer hint for Alsoa, thanks. And we have... Okay. Just to pass through here. So we're getting the refill, and he'll be getting his down stab. Okay, we continue to the right. No windows yet, but we do have a read on both the items in P3, P6, so if we see the item room, we'll know where we're at if we don't see a boss or a window beforehand. Now, where is Alsoa going to go? He's right nearby some palaces. I think Sigil got Fire Shield queued up here. Kind of an expensive shield. Okay, this is definitely a fairy room. Yeah, a lot of blue in here. A lot of blue in this palace. With both of them having the P6 and P3 hints. I think looking for the boots. It is 6. There's your verification. Seeing the window there. It is 6. Alsoa also going to jump in here. Item room to the left. It was actually free. You just had to go through one door. Same room we saw on P1. Just don't fall down. Although with the fairy, it's no big deal. So there are the boots for Sigil. And he's out. He's not even going to try to find Barba. He's just going to go explore. It is possible, again, with that glove block to the left of start, this is where Barba may lie. So, perhaps a good call here. So much left unexplored for both of them, I think. Yeah, 4 item caves on Sigil's side missing. And we do know this is just a P bag. I say just a P bag, $500 though. Would have been a nice pickup still at $700 for your next level. Alsoa going to go down and left as well and see that he's not going to be able to get through here. Okay, we do have another bold blocked cave right here. Alright, heart container cave. I don't think we have... I forget where the medicine was. Was that on the west? No, that was DM. That was DM. I'm sorry, that was DM. And that was for Reflect. So, oh, okay. Easy. Easy game. Easy game. Just make it through terrible swamp encounters in the early game. Get to the east. Find Fairy. Go to 6. Get the boots. And open up the continent. Open up the entire western continent. Oh, also go to get 5 containers. Get the hammer. And then get the glove. Magic container cave here. We did have access to this without the boots, though. We did see Alsoa in here earlier. This is... Child. That's right. Child. Okay. Yeah, there's a confirmation of the glove block on Alsoa's side. I was going to say, he needs to stay in here and just go right, because we do know that these boots are available. The child gives shield today. Reflect is medicine. So we're going to see several more rooms to the right here before he sees an elevator. And hopefully he recognizes the item room, because it'll be the same one that he just saw in 1. Going into 1, speaking of, on Sigil's side here. I think trophy was west. I guess we had a trophy west hint, I believe, and that's going to be jump. And we are missing just one more cave on Sigil's side, so that's going to be Pillar P-Bag Cave, I think, with trophy. Trophy is a DM, so that I'm forgetting where the medicine is at. Oh, they're both a DM. Okay. Okay. Good call on Sigil's side there. Nice jar. Guaranteed jar, though, in P1, but it does despawn the door down there next time he comes through, if he has to. Also getting a little beat up here. First death, though. Now, I think they both have the hint for Horsehead Cross. So we'll see if Sigil bothers to look for the item out of here. I don't think so, given... Oh, this is the same room, isn't it? Yeah, this is the same room. He's got to go up and left. I think Sigil... Well, Raft could be in play, right? So... I don't know if we got a full check to the top side of our eastern continent because the raft could just be chilling up there. I mean, the raft tile. And if that's the case, the raft is not going to be helpful. Love Fairy Block down here. Interesting. Alsoa has found a different path than Sigil did. Maybe Sigil kept moving through this room? I thought he saw it as his first junction. Or actually his second junction. Alsoa gonna go down and right, though. Alright, here's our cross for Sigil. There's going to be another door at the end of this room for Alsoa, so if he doesn't get a key drop here from any of these enemies, and both these blue enemies don't drop, and he's going to cast life, he's not going to cast life. As I say, if he casts life, he's not going to have enough to cast fairy for the door. Now he's going to thunder. Oh, not even enough with a few hits to the blue. And he doesn't have enough for fairy. He's got a key. Who am I kidding? I'm still waiting for the next, another key. Okay. I'm still waiting for the next update to the randomizer to put small key count up in the upper right corner. So we can get rid of the next, and we can just get some 1-ups, keys, and gems. These rooms are a little busy, though. There's our first gem about to be placed here, 37 minutes into the seed. Now, I don't know how you feel about that. In a start like this, I feel like you don't feel necessarily too bad. You might not think you're the first one to place a gem, but you could also believe that you are the first one to place a gem, given the start of this seed and requirements from these runners. Dead end for Alsoa here. He might be able to get a key at the end of this room, though. Both of these are... The left of here is a dead end, and this is a dead end room as well. So this is kind of a weird T, double dead end T setup between these two rooms. Oh, does get a key. Okay. Now, the thing is, he must have just walked past the elevator that had the... I didn't remember at the bottom of it. Maybe, like, we saw... Again, I didn't see what happened. Here's our final cave for Sigil. But I didn't see what happened, like, coming back to earlier about Alsoa skipping an elevator in P1. I do wonder if maybe he just walked past the elevator. Or maybe checked it very quickly, but didn't immediately identify that it was the item room. So, he'll see it again. He just got to go a few more rooms to the right. He chose to keep going. Okay. Anyway, we have a heart as our last item here on the west. So where are we going? We got to go... the east probably wasn't fully cleared because of the low levels that we were out there. We were probably being a little careful. There might just be a connector cave somewhere. There might just be a bridge. There could also be a bridge here on the west. I think we're going to get a comb over from Sigil across this entire continent here now that he's got the boots. Or we're going back to the east, okay. Now, I wonder when he's going to go back into that 6, and again, we don't have reflect, so... Oh, that's kind of funny, though, isn't it? Because in in P1, this is the same room Alsoa saw from right to left. Just a little fun fact. From right to left, he saw it in P1. He didn't check the elevator, right? And in P6, it's the same elevator room, but he sees it from left to right, and now he's going to check it. And this is going to be his boots. The funny little coincidences. We're going into Death Valley on Sigil's side here. Okay, Alsoa with the boots. We'll see if he keeps going. I think he's going to keep going. To the right of here must be where Barba's at. Oh, that's right. The glove block. We've got 2 glove blocks in 6 then. Is there anything else for Alsoa to do going right here? I don't know. Oh, he's going in for the fight. Oh, he's got so much experience. He wants to, he might try to thunder one of these guys down if there are so many hits. He's got another... Yeah. Okay. All right, looks like P2 in the Valley of Death. Ooh, Sigil. Oh, we've got the Canadian hold room here. Can he make the jump? Or he'll just take the drop. We're just going to take the drop. Yeah, still got Maze and DM missing. 41 minutes into this seed. Yeah, very nice 5-bar life refill. And Green Palaces, yeah, strike again. Didn't even think about it. But now that you've brought it up, VT, seems we have a bug in the code where it just continues to produce green-colored palaces. Oh, we have found Barba. Okay, so not blocked by the glove. This is good news for Alsoa, because if Sigil comes back in here and tries one of the glove blocks, might not lead to the dragon. So let's hope he can close the deal here, though. I don't know if he's on his... how many lives he has left. We'll also find a helmet head very quickly. We're still looking for potential items, so I'm not really sure if we're going to stick around in 2. I imagine we will. It is in Death Valley. Not a great place to have to come back to. But you found helmet head so quickly. I don't know. There it is, second gem for Sigil coming up here. About 5 minutes. Is that 37 for the first gem, 42 for the second? I will say that Alsoa has some really good levels, though. So if this Barba payout is at least 700, he'll be able to double level. The slow and steady kill. And we're going back into 2 for the item. $1,000 here. No, okay, so 50 bag, that's right. He would have not been able to get attack 6. Oh, magic key. Where did I miss that? Water tile, very nice. Yeah, this is now easy game, super easy game for Sigil. Glove block in 2. All right, Alsoa on the board, 43 minutes in. Ooh. We get the low swing from the Iron Knuckle, gets our shins, takes us out. Yeah, with the magic key, now we can just start casting fire for shield, although it has come down substantially. So Alsoa's got his boots. He's going to clear the west, the same as Sigil did. He'll see the same stuff. This is Heart Container Cave, I believe, or... No, we're just going through pastures. I wonder if he's kind of slipped his mind that he has the boots. Because we're just walking through caves now. Okay, there's... Yeah, we saw a fairy hole room there. Yeah, nothing on the other side of this. Okay, also we're gonna go find his glove as well. I think we just got sent backwards for Sigil. We did. It's entirely possible that the item is on the other side of the Canadian hole room. That's a vanilla nickname. And here it is right here. You can make the jump. It's a 4-tile jump. You just got to know where to jump. That was a little early. We are going to up and out. Oh, no, we're coming back in. And there's the glove for Alsoa. So he's good to go here. We don't have a raft hit. Again, I'm just looking at this raft because it's one thing we just don't know where it takes us. It's entirely possible that the raft is a bottleneck connector that takes us to both a maze island that has both the bridge and a cave to it that go to DM or something like that, or vice versa. A raft goes to DM and then the bridge and another cave are both sitting there that take us to the maze. But that'll have to wait because we're going into one on Alsoa's side. He's already got the item out of here. And he's just got to find the horse. Sigil going to try to make this jump again. There it is. Professional Z2R player, or just Z2 player in general. The two dead end. Okay, so not that direction. There is a 50-50. Actually, it's P2, so that's a jar in that statue up there. Sigil getting a little fireball there. I don't think we came out of that fairy hole room, so we might have to go into that fairy hole room. He might have not had a castable fairy, I'm not sure. I assume we have some options left in this palace, though. It is P2. That's right, Alsoa does not have the magic key just yet. Still has 2 casts of fairy, though. And to just get a key drop. I was going to say, I think we got to go up and left here on Alsoa's side. Still no item room in 2. No, not yet. The emergency life cast on Alsoa's side there. Doors, not a problem anymore for Sigil. There is the raft in 2. Easy game. Now, what's going to be a little insulting... Oh, the raft is right there next to North Palace. This goes to the top of the east. No, okay, it goes to the maze. All right, do we have a connection off of the maze that goes to DM? We do have P3 over here. We know it's a heart. Horsehead down for Alsoa. Getting think at the 1660 level. Magic 6, I think. Welcome to our first non-green Palace of the Seed. Although I think I'd prefer a darker green than whatever this bright kind of cream, orange/cream soda color is. Maybe a peach? I don't know. Alright, Medicine Cave for Alsoa. This is going to be his 7th container. We saw Sigil do this a lot earlier. The moment Sigil had a castable fairy, he did come across Saria and grab this way earlier on. There's a loop back to start for Sigil. And then what else does Alsoa have? Alsoa still just has that one final, the Pillar P-Bag Cave on the west here. That'll be a heart for him whenever he finds it. Could be a left here. I guess we didn't go right last time. Okay, here's our boss. Item must be left behind us. With the knowledge that this is a heart, I don't know if we're going to turn around and find it. Might just want to go at this point. 50 minutes in. Still attack 3, though. I didn't really notice that on Sigil's side. This should be attack 4 at 1040. So, yeah, this is slightly slower kills here. Alsoa just cruising along at 566. Yeah, we're seeing the power of attack 3 here, dismounting Rebo. And there's the heart for Alsoa, all done with the west. And Alsoa still has that life spell that Sigil doesn't. I have to keep remembering that because if it comes down to some tough situations in GP, that life spell is going to be very good to be casting. That's assuming it comes down in cost. I don't know what it's at right now, but life tends to stay a little expensive. But if it's, as long as it comes down to something like low 30s, high 20s, I think that would be really great for 5 bars. And there's going to be Magic Key for Alsoa here as well. So we're looking for a cave or a bridge. Oh, we're not going to check the rest of the maze. Oh, I think he just wants to take the outer path here. Not a bad call. Although if it's a cave, up is a bridge. Are we getting trolled back to the east? We are getting trolled back to the east. There it is. So we had maze access the whole time. Had you just hit the top of the eastern continent there. But do we have a cave to DM on the maze or on the east? Or is it hiding on the west somewhere that we've just not explored? There's one cave left out there and it goes to DM. Haven't seen all the maze just yet. We're going to go back and check. Could be southeast corner. Could be northeast corner. No cave? Is it middle top? Is it center top? Did we just not see a little... Because I'm pretty sure we didn't see just a little bit of that up at the top. Maybe we did, but we walked into the palace, we saw it all. But if that's the case, then that means we also had access to a cave to DM. No raft required today. Item in 5 for Alsoa here. Yeah, Alsoa has some really great levels. It's just the one up, but really great levels. So this is where Sigil shied away from 5 earlier. Really not too big of a deal. I think it's right next to GP. But still, You got to do it eventually, and Alsoa has some really good levels right now. And now that he's got the key, that life spell is probably going to be cast a little bit more often. It is 28 right now. Yeah, rough start. You'll kind of like to see that. The rough start in the game that just really opens up. So as to not make it, you know, a 2-hour slog of any sort. But this is gonna be a healthy 90-minute seed here. Now, unfortunately, Sigil, again, we really have this deformed Death Valley. That top cave leads to the bottom cave. Weird things happen from times. Random map generation can be hard. All right, I like to go check left. Just see what's left to kind of clear it off your map. It could just be an immediate dead end, and then you know I'd never have to come back this direction. All right, so we're back to the west for Sigil here. We still don't have... Yeah, I think he's going to look around for DM access via a cave, because he's got the information now. And how long it takes Alsoa to find Goomba, this could come into play. When you've got sort of a boss that's buried or an obscure location in a palace, sometimes it just evens it all out between the runners and nobody has an advantage. But other times, you know, it could take 8 to 10 minutes to find the boss for one player, and the other one finds it in 4 to 6. Shave a little bit of time off there. Life 7, though, naturally. Very nice. All right, where are we going on Sigil's side? He's deemed that the west is DM cave free. Must be on the east somewhere. Or maybe it is center. Maybe it is center? No, it doesn't look like it's center. Okay. And we found Goomba. I think it's totally okay if we take... We've picked up 2 1-ups in here so far, so I might just take the death. Just take the death. I don't think this fight is worth it. With you have the possibility to get 2 casts at least of your 5-bar life. Just take the death and start the fight over. There's no reason to play it on the edge like that with half a heart on Goomba fight here. Okay, there's our cave to the east. Now Sigil... okay, there's a pass-through. We had several caves at the top of the continent. When we came in from the bridge off of the raft, we did see that we have several caves up there. And I figured one of those might be worth checking. Wow, we still take the death on Alsoa's side here. The thing about life is that you take damage, and it subtracts it immediately from your bar. But when you refill with your magic spell, it is a refill process. You don't immediately get that life back. Although at attack 5 here, Goomba looks to have a little bit of health. And I don't think Alsoa has fire. And he never went back to Darunia to get shields, so... Yeah, this is just a straight up, we're taking full damage. Although life 7... What is that cave up there? Alright, Goomba down. We've got the biggest palaces and toughest bosses off of the checklist here for Alsoa. $33.50, I believe, is Magic 7. So I assume that was not... Yeah, there's a south-facing cave right there. Yeah, here's going to be Fire Shield for Alsoa. Yeah, there's a south-facing cave. Although that could be sunken. That could be sunken. I didn't see exactly where sunken was. Do we have an enclosed area over there? Do we actually have a... Man, it has to be as rare as a unicorn sighting to see an actual pass-through cave be useful. Oh my god. That is amazing. And there it is. Pass-through cave useful on the east. We're looking for a rock. We're looking for a hammer cave. We're probably going to want both of those things. Jump going to be super useful in GP. So even if the rock ends up being the medicine for reflect, we're still probably going to do hammer cave, but maybe not. Maybe at 59 minutes into the game, you're feeling like it's time to go, and we're not going to mess around any longer. Oh boy. 2 lives left, no big deal. Good old bouncy cat up front. Not sure what knocked us in here, though. Alright, so Alsoa looking around for both Maze and DM. Now, if he just goes to the top of the map, he'll see Maze, but he still needs to do 2 out of Death Valley. I guess because GP is over here, you can just do 2 and then kind of come out of 2 and go to DM. I mean, go to GP, I'm sorry. Looking at Sigil screen. I guess the only thing in the maze is going to be containers? Maybe a candle? We are going to look around on Alsoa's side. If we find the rock on Sigil's side. Hour in, we do have the medicine. Are we sticking around? The million-dollar question. We're not. We are not going to do Hammer Cave for the trophy, for the jump spell on Alsoa's side. No life spell, no jump spell. He might have, it's very possible if we have a difficult GP, he's going to have a really tough time. I can't wait to see it. Not that I want to see Sigil struggle. I can't wait to see GP. GP is, in my opinion, the best part of the game. Other people don't hold that opinion, but they're wrong. All right, first drop on the maze. Didn't see this. It is a heart. Now, we're going to have 4 and 6 over here. And then we have 5 next to GP. So this is really, this routing is just going to work out well for Sigil. Candle it is. Candle and heart on the maze today. 1 heart container missing, still 1 magic container missing. We don't know where those are at. They are going to be in a palace somewhere. So at this point, though, we know the raft is not... Well, no. If Alsoa, I'm pretty sure, I forget who saw the raft early on. I'm guessing they both saw the raft, actually, because it was so free to see right there next to the North Palace. So I think they both have seen the raft. And at this point, assuming Alsoa remembers that off in the west, he knows that the raft is not going to take him to DM. And so he needs a cave. So hopefully he puts that together here, does 3, gets out of here, and then combs over the east. He might come over the west first, though. Blue iron knuckles in the dripper. Now, this is our first look at 4, so we don't know where we're going in here. Now, Alsoa, if he goes right here, he's going to have a really fast 3. This leads right to Rebo. And I hope that he's got the hint for the heart. Oh, sorry, that is the heart. That's the final heart, right? The final heart is in 3. It depends on how aggressive Alsoa wants to play, though. While he's down, I mean... I don't know. Sigil has... He's in go mode at this point. Alsoa is not yet in go mode, right? So Sigil is in the lead. But this is not an insurmountable lead that he has over Alsoa. And a quick 4, okay. Alright, so 4 gems down for Alsoa, and Sigil's about to answer back here with the Karak kill incoming. What is Alsoa going to do, though? Because he needs to go find a cave. I think he's going back to the bridge at this point. Oh, Karak 1, Sigil 0. So I think this is the pass-through right here if he wants to go through this. He's probably just going to look in here. But if he sees it's a pass-through, he might not take it. Oh. Oh. However, we will see if Alsoa wants to dig Hammer Cave. Although he may come across Hammer Cave first and just dig it over trying to find the rock. Wow, that is really good for Alsoa here. This is really helping close the gap. Now me, I'm a boots water enjoyer here. If I see the water there, I'm probably just going to hug the water, hug the coast, I mean, with the boots, and then just go south. We do know it's southeast or southwest corner for the rock, but we don't know where Hammer Cave is at. All right, 4 gems apiece. We're going into 6 on Sigil's side. He has seen 2 glove blocks in here. Is he going to gamble on these glove blocks? We know that Barba is in fact not glove blocked. It was a bouncy cat on the 2nd position as well. Candle, thanks Alsoa, revealing that that is in fact what knocked Sigil into the lava earlier. Oh, the one glove block leads to the other glove block. It's just back-to-back glove blocks in 6. So this is going to be easily figured out by Sigil here. This is assuming he saw this glove block from the left-hand side and even remembers he saw it, so I'm not sure. Oh, he must remember because this is the item. This is the boots. Well, I mean, it's no longer the boots. It's an empty platform. We're looking around for Hammer Cave and also a rock at the same time. That south-facing cave is not it. Okay. Take the water. I like all these little lakes in this vanilla-like DM we've got here. He can go south. If he goes south right through that cave, he'll see the rock down there. He might be able to... Oh, I can't see it from where he's at. Oh, he's going to go back east as well. All right, so from here, yeah, I think it's through this fairy glove block to get to... No, I think this was a dead end, wasn't it? This led to somewhere where Alsoa couldn't get through because then he up and ate and found the boots the next time. I'm not sure this led to Barba, but I could be wrong. I think Sigil had to stay up and right in the previous junction. Alright, he's going to have rock access first, so we'll see what he does. We're sticking around for Hammer Cave Trophy. We are. I mean, this is a really tough decision, though, right? You're at 67 minutes, almost 68 minutes into this seed, and you still haven't located Hammer Cave. You're going to look around more. I guess this is Hammer... Is that Hammer Cave? No, that's not Hammer Cave. Okay. You're going to look around further into here to find a Hammer Cave that you're not sure where it's at. It was a dead end here in 6, so he is going to have to either back it up or start over. But, yeah, oof, all these caves. Yeah, sometimes Hammer Cave is nicely buried in DM. Other times, a lot of the time, it just sticks out like a sore thumb, but sometimes it just is nicely embedded just looking like other caves, like it belongs to another set of cave networks. And so in that case, you're kind of just stepping foot into every single cave to see which one is Hammer Cave. Oh, is Alsoa just going to walk it out? Oh, he's leaving. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this... Alright, so this is definitely giving Sigil back some time then, because we're not even going to have a trophy for jump, because he's walking it back to maybe Death Valley, but... I mean, the quicker play is to just up an A, go to Mito, get your Reflect Spell, finish 4 on the west, be done with the west, come east, do Death Valley, and then at that point you have the option to back out of Death Valley, or to even up an A again, and then just hit the connector, the free connector, from west to east, and then just hit up, GP. All right, so there's Sigil is, I believe, on the... Oh, no, he's back to this elevator. Okay. He's got to go one more elevator over. Yeah, I guess it was a walk back no matter which way he went. This is going to be an absolute full clear for him. Again, that glove proving to take us down the wrong direction and spend a little bit more time in 6 over what Alsoa did. Although Alsoa did kind of come in here early for some experience, spent a little bit of time messing around in here. Alsoa coming in for upstab, but we'll see if he turns in... I don't know if he's connected fire to shield at this point. It's kind of hard to see shield on the skeleton, on the Stalfos sprite, because it just... There's like a highlight to your bones, and it changes the highlight color. So if you've got it as something that you really isn't noticeable, and I don't know how often Alsoa uses the Stalfos sprite itself. And here's Barba for Sigil. But yeah, it's he might not put it together, so he might just grab shield anyway. Looks like he's going in to just turn the child in, either because he wants shield or he's tired of feeding this child. He never stops complaining. Sorry, I don't mean to paint children as always complaining. I'm just saying that he's being carried around by a skeleton. So there it is. He picks up shield, which is fire. I don't think he cast fire at all. Not entirely sure. He picked it up after the Goomba fight, so I don't think he's used it since. This is an attack for Barba here. Again, Sigil still kind of having a low attack level. But 1400... I'm not sure. That could be life 6. No. I forget what the levels are here. I'm going to say that's probably attack 5. We're going to Death Valley here. Helmet Head was free, right? So Helmet Head was pretty free. You might have to, quote, walk the right way, but he was pretty free. And Sigil stuck around and did get the raft out of there, which did help him at the end of it all, but ultimately wasn't required. And the raft was kind of buried, so he did spend a lot of time in 2. So if Alsoa... Wow, you have road encounters. You have empty road encounters in Death Valley. That's a pretty rare sighting. Usually you get lava encounters in lava. Usually it seems almost hard-coded. It's not, but it seems almost hard-coded that the lava encounters just appear in Death Valley. At this point, if we have a castable fairy, I would just take the encounter and just ferry through it. I don't know if he's got the magic. He doesn't have the magic. Well, even though you had this weird mutant Death Valley connection, that you still have to go through 3 encounters, it looks like. Yeah, still road encounters is deep in. All right, so that is 6 off the list for Sigil. He's going to go into 5. Again, we know, in air quotes, Goomba is pretty free to find. We did see it. Well, not extremely free, but also it did not seem to have too much difficulty finding Goomba, but that doesn't mean that he didn't make some correct decisions at some junctions. Same as this Helmet Head in P2, although we're going to get upstab for Sigil. Okay. Wow, Alsoa makes the jump right into that dead end. Easy game. Opts not to take the drop, though. Which I believe was the quick way to Helmet Head. Because Sigil hit that drop first. Yeah, if Alsoa can make it through 2 and 4 pretty quickly, then we're going to see both our runners in GP, and I hope it's not an extremely free GP. Yeah, I don't remember going left to find Helmet Head, but maybe it all loops around. I don't know. We were in here so long ago. Sigil is now off to 5. Oh, I see where this loops around. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if this is the same drop section. And Alsoa up and A is out of that area. I don't know if he's seen that already. This is his first time in 2. That would have been the first time in that room. Sigil getting a little beat up by this red iron knuckle here. Ooh, I don't recall this room in 5 for Alsoa. Then again, I probably missed most of 5. Okay, yeah, this is a different drop section. Right, I thought it was. Is this an elevator down that leads to Helmet Head? It is. Okay. Gonna be a pretty quick 2 for Alsoa. He did back out of this option right off the bat, but then once he saw the other drop, I guess gut feeling just told him, go to the other drop. So, which again, they were disconnected from each other. 2 separate drop columns in P2. 5th gem on the board for Alsoa. 76 minutes in. Oh, do we have... Okay, no. I thought maybe this was a quick route to Guma, but it is a dead end here for Sigil. Looks like attack 7 is next on Alsoa's side. Yeah, so the up and A out of Death Valley. It was an either or. You could go to 4. He's still got to turn in the medicine for Reflect at this point. So he's still got to do 3 screens of Mito. But then he'll be into 4, and I think it was just route right type of situation. And I think it was the same in 5 as well. We saw Alsoa come through the item room. Whether there's another junction beyond this point, I don't recall. Yeah, 1510. Oh, attack 5 was not 1400, so 1510 must be attack 5. It was life 6 for Sigil. Okay. Yeah, this could very well come down to resources in GP. We do have an elevator room here, though. Ooh, yeah, we did go this way on Alsoa's side. Okay, so this is definitely the way to Guma. We'll see. He's got shield, right? He doesn't have life. Sigil, we're talking about here, doesn't have life, does have shield. Attack 4 only, though. He's not going to just fall into 1,500 experience and get an attack 5 before seeing Goomba. So attack 4 Goomba. Yeah, I don't know if Karak was just route right with no junctions. They're actually in the same room in 2 different palaces. And there's the same room again in 2 different palaces that we just saw Sigil in this room. In 5, that is. Okay, so it was just hold right from there. We're shielded up. We probably have 2 hits at life 6, although... Yeah, I mean, we have to have 2 hits at life 6. Possible we have 3, but... Oh, it is going to be 3, okay. Looks like 1 heart, but I don't know... I actually don't know if body damage is different than flail damage on Goomba. I don't think it is. I think he just hits the same no matter what. That's not true for all bosses or all enemies, but I think Goomba is just full damage. Yeah, that looks... Because there's a flail hit, so... Is this the way to Karak? Did we go through the fairy room here? We did! Okay, kids! Okay! This is gonna be... If Alsoa does not get trolled by this harder Karak, Alsoa is gonna be in the GP first with better resources, including better levels. Or wait, well... Honestly, if Sigil gets this down, he can't take a hit. He might be able to take a hit. It's hard to see pixels. Never mind. There's the confirmation. We cannot take a hit. All right, so it's about a bar. Sigil is right next to GP, whereas there's a small walk for Alsoa. So, well, we have 6 gems about to be on Alsoa's side here. Wow. All right, in 80 minutes and approximately 40 seconds, we are GP ready on Alsoa's side. Sigil, just, I'm going to say minutes, maybe. He's got to not miss any swings and really not take any damage here. He's got to expedite this kill on Goomba. But he could be within a minute behind Alsoa going into GP. And at 81, 82 minutes, it's like, how do you feel? You're just going to hold right in the palace? I mean, you might have no option at start, right? But if you see junctions, you're going to start taking some weird, wacky routes. And there it is, 7-7-8 for Alsoa. Sigil looking real good here. He's got easily, he's got 4 hits before death. Before he's dead, that is. Okay, 3 hits. Getting a little aggressive there near the end. Looks like 81-33 on my timer on the dashboard here. We do have a left and a right. Yeah, about a minute behind. 60 to 70 seconds behind on gem placement GP ready. And then here we go. What was that? 30 seconds difference? 81-33, and then, is that what I said? 81-33, and then 82-03. We're going left on Sigil's side. Okay, let's go. We got a fairy block here on Alsoa's side. We've got an elevator up on Sigil's side. Also kind of a fairy block because this room sucks for Sigil, so we just fairied it. All right, we're going right. Double birds, but easy birds. Empty room here for... Oh, there it is. Okay, surprise. Neither runner having jump here, so 60 for Thunder at Magic 7. I don't know how much Thunder is at Magic 5. Could be exactly the same cost. Elevator down on Sigil's side in this room. Could be a King Bot to greet us. There is! There it is. Go right. Go right to find Thunderbird. Alsoa. Patented wibble wobble technique incoming. Wibble Wobble tutorial video about to be made here. He's got to take the death first, though, so hold on, folks. Double glove block room with the key door in the middle. We got keys, though. Not enough. Oh, okay, we got it. All right, Thunderbird down. How much deeper is Darklink? Wow. Wow. Just hold right. Just hold right wins. Thank you very much. All the palaces left. This is going to be a GG for Alsoa. I highly doubt this is going to be a catastrophic failure here. Short of a power outage, this is going to be Alsoa's race to win here. What a race, though. Sigil's been getting bad advice from some of the runners here, taking lefts. Alsoa with a official racetime.gg race room time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 56 seconds. That's a 1-2-4-5-6. Also has agreed to an interview. We will get him in here shortly. Slow motion room on Sigil's side. Oh, he's got the whole taste of the rainbow here, all 3 colors.
No.
We are joined by Alsoa race winner, GG.
Thank you.
I will say that was a come from behind.
Huh.
30-second difference with you two walking into GP. You did walk in first, but yeah, all things considered, Sigil had some information ahead of you, and unfortunately was unable to truly capitalize upon that information. I think your better levels and better resources helped catch you up in this one.
Yeah, I felt kind of okay when I realized that you had to go through the stupid thing that is the required pass-through cave on the east, and was just kind of hoping that Sigil had not found that ever.
Yeah, so he took the raft. He got the raft out of 2. He found the raft in 2. He took the raft from the west to the maze, and then we saw that there was a bridge off of the maze that took us to the top side of the east. So we're like, oh, raft wasn't even required, so we're looking for a cave. And then he kind of combed over the maze a little bit, and there was no hidden cave on the maze, and we're like, okay, so I don't think it's on the west, since both of you kind of walked around all of the west with your boots, and so it's got to be east. So he went checking around the east a little bit more. He walked all up and down the dry canyon, and finally figured that there was the pass-through to the small little pocket in there with the cave to DM. So he did, and he did do DM a little bit faster than you did. He did find the rock faster, but I mean, this was kind of a back and forth on who was saving time where. And man, ultimately what this came down to, even though you walked in 30 seconds earlier than he did into GP, he took a left. And as you know, GP was only a few rooms to the right, and it was all just easily connected. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I was intent on going right in GP until the game told me I had to go left, and then I would have complained anyway.
It was wild. His levels were a little low throughout this as well. You're clear of 5 and 6 early. You had so many levels early on that you were able to do, well, I forget what levels you were in 6, but that was your first palace. I think you did 6. You got the boots out of there, then you stuck around for Barba, and that's Sigil dipped out of there. And I think he might have deemed it glove blocked, but at the end of the day, it wasn't when we saw you hit Barba. And we're like, oh, okay, so not glove blocked. Okay. But Sigil didn't come back to 6 and 5 much later. You did those much earlier. And I think maybe just clearing the longer palaces off of the table early on for you maybe helped, because the rest of the palaces were not too rough.
Yeah, I dipped 6 a little bit right at the beginning of the seed, thinking, okay, the keys are in the drop pool, so I might get a key or two in here, and then decided that was a bad idea. So then I went to 1 and did the same thing, got the cross out of there, was a little annoyed that I knew the cross was in there, but found the cross before Horsehead, but then just decided I'll come back later because it's a small palace. But really, there were a couple of very fortunately timed, I think, 500 bags that helped out a lot, and also just not going full clear on the palaces ended up being a useful thing.
Yeah, I will say that the Raft in 2 really took Sigil a long time to find, but when he found it, we were very excited because we thought that Raft, we hadn't seen the other side of the Raft at this point, and we're thinking, well, it's got to go to Maze or DM, doesn't it? And so it did go to Maze, but again, not being required there, so you didn't have to dig any Raft out of 2. No one went to go find the heart in 3. What else was there? Nobody found the item in 4, I don't believe.
Yeah, I was actually looking at my options when I saw that the raft wasn't... Well, when I saw the raft wasn't required, then I was okay to not dig any more items at that point. But while I was digging the west, looking for the raft, and then, of course, finding the little linked doll in 5, my immediate thought turned to, okay, the game is either telling me I have to double dip 4, or I have to go to whatever palace is in Valley of Death, and I honestly felt like double dipping 4 would have been faster.
Yeah, that's always a tough call for sure, right? Because it's just like, it's an available item location, but it's like, oh man, how often is the required progression in here before I have Reflect? And usually the answer is very rarely, but not impossible, right?
Right, especially because I hadn't found the maze either, so I was concerned that it was going to be Raft 2, either maze or DM, and then that would lead to the other.
Yeah.
But instead, the game just decided, hey, just go explore the east more, and I did. And then I saw that little pocket, and I couldn't see the entirety of the pocket, so it bothered me, which is why I went to go look for the Passage Cave.
Yeah, we weren't sure. It was hard to see what you had seen at that point, because when you came off of the maze from the bridge, you really kind of just essentially beelined to that area right off the bat, and that was perfect, whereas Sigil, again, did spend a little bit of time on the east looking around at some of the other caves and just ultimately confirming that he did need to take that pass through to that little area. But yeah, I guess, like, man, yeah, just, I don't know. It's hard because you both did some different palaces in different orders, and so we really didn't have a good gauge on where everything was. You both found the boots very quickly after you were both in there. Sigil did hit the east first. He did have a castable ferry. He did have a bunch of stuff before you did, but like that early start, that was tough as well. I mean, there was a whole bunch of variables in this one. It was just kind of hard to read until it got closer to the end, where you had to do 2 and 4, and he had to do just 5. And 5 is right next to GP. But you did 2 with relative ease, and you did 4 very quickly as well. We knew 2 and 4 could be very quickly as long as you walked the right way. And then we knew 5 was a little bit in there, a little bit. We did see Sigil go the wrong way in 5 at first, but then he did find the route to Guma afterwards. And so you were killing Karak, and you got done with Karak before he was able to kill Guma with his attack 4 Guma fight, which he did take a death on. So it set him back a little bit there. And then that's what separated. You took the lead, just having closed the gap quickly there with all of your resources and, again, levels, and closed the gap, overtook by just 30 seconds into GP and just walked the right way. But even on Thunderbird, your Thunderbird fight would have been faster just because of your levels, and then Dark Leak being right there. And you had the life spell. That's another thing. Your 5-bar refill life spell was immensely helpful, whereas Sigil did opt out of that early on. We felt that was kind of a big mistake after we saw it was 5 bars.
Yeah, my first goal was, okay, let's get some spells. Let's try to get fairies so that if I get stuck in having to go back to start, I can either get downstab and just downstab my way through it, or I can grab just fairy and, leave.
Yeah. Now, real fast, a quick break here. Sigil has finished. I'm going to say 2 things. First, official race time, racetime.gg race room time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, 35 seconds. I will say also to anyone who is watching Sigil finish that with the fairy spell, be extremely careful when you change your Y-axis when you're flying with fairy. You can soft lock yourself in that room. So if you also want to kind of show off by flying around fairy before you pick up the Triforce, you might soft lock, and at that point I don't think you're officially finished, so you might get yourself in trouble. Just saying. Just 2 cents of information there.
It's like when you die on the fires in Zelda's room.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah.
And you're like, ah, crap, I gotta do this again.
All right, so Sigil has opted to not jump in for an interview here, saying he's a little tired. Understandable. 90-plus minute seat for him, especially after seeing that it was so free going to the right. But he doesn't know it was just a 30-second difference between you two. But again, as I just said, the levels overall, I think you still would have had the advantage there on the kill. Other than that, what a start to this one. I mean, red Dyras everywhere. The swamp encounters being terrible. Both of you taking numerous up and A's and game overs early on. Really tough to get moving there. I was hoping it wasn't going to be horrendous throughout all of this, but once we saw Barba boots, we're thinking, oh boy, we're going to have to be walking around this west for a little bit while longer, if that's not P6 there on the west. And of course it was, but you both found the boots pretty close by each other, and then you both got the glove. You both essentially had the hammer off the east, and then got the glove out of Heart Container Cave there, that glove blocked cave. And so you're pretty equalized on that front, and it was just who's going to go where in what order, and you both did things a little bit differently, but it all converged at the end just by 30 seconds. Really great race, man.
Thank you. Honestly, outside of the what's it called? Outside of the start, the seed felt pretty good. I think this was either close to or was a PB for me. So
okay.
Getting faster. I certainly felt like I played better than I did last week, which is a good sign.
Oh yeah, I couldn't remember exactly what happened when we were kind of recapping in the beginning. I didn't remember. I knew it was you and Vix last week, but I think we did the VOD restream of it on the bootleg channel. But we're doing so many races a week. Some of them are I'm forgetting them, so apologies.
The things I definitely remember were last week I was having trouble with boss fights and having a little bit of trouble with just taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of unnecessary deaths. So that's kind of what I focused on in practice, was just cleaning the gameplay up.
Yeah, and you're a randomizer player of Z2R, a well-known household name in Z2R for sure. So, it's the same mindset. You're familiar with this. It's just, you easily identify kind of where are my mistakes, where am I losing time? Let's work on that, right? And it's a pretty simple concept most of the time.
Yep. At least it doesn't feel like everything is wrong, which is a good sign.
Right. Yes. Right. Exactly. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nope. That was it.
Okay. I think that's it, though. I think we kind of recapped everything. Again, with everyone doing something a little bit different along the way, it all ended up just converging, which made it again. I'm repeating myself, but I really, when you've got such a close race like this, I was hoping GP was going to be a little bit more of a demanding thing, because I really wanted to see resources come into play a little bit more because of your levels and the containers you had versus what Sigil had. And I just wanted to see how, if there was going to be any further diverging paths other than that left and right at start. But yeah, I didn't get my wish today, but it's fine. It was still a very exciting race. Again, 30 seconds going into GP. We were loving it. So again, GG Alsoa, and GL moving forward, man. Good luck next week.
Thank you, and same to you moving forward, because I didn't catch if you've done your race this week yet or not. But if you have not, good luck then. If you have, good luck on the next races. Or both.
Thank you. I guess any final thoughts because Sigil's not coming in, any final thoughts from you before we hand it over to Golden Devil?
Nope. I've said everything that I've said all my thoughts on the seed, so thanks again for the restream and the commentary.
All right, sounds good. Golden Devil, all yours.
All right. GG's to both our runners, also and Sigil. I never know how to pronounce that. Thank you to our tracker, Royale Cheese, and Mirai for commentating. If you like Z2R, we will be back with another race in a little under an hour on ZSR 3. There is also a ton of other Z2R going on basically every night here on the ZSR channels. But for now, we're going to go right over to ZSR 4, where I think they're doing a Link to the Past vanilla speedrun tournament. So thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good night.